Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Birdhouse Sports Show. As always, this is Sun.
This is Pops, and we got a lot of action for y'all. We're going to start off with the boxing. Woo! It was a nice one. But we got
Absolutely.
NFL, we got college, we got a lot of things for y'all. Let's get back and let's welcome y'all to the Birdhouse Sports Show.
Absolutely. As always, y'all, please like, comment, subscribe to our channel. As you know, we always bring y'all the real. Yes, indeed. I hope everyone tuned into this fight. It was on Netflix. Man, oh man, don't get me wrong. For those that were on the East Coast, that fight started really late. But man, oh man, was it a fight. Our boy Bud Crawford got the victory over Canelo in a decision at the end. Yes, it came down to the scorecard, and he was doing this thing, man. Just to kind of read out the decisions, he did get, let me see, a score of 116 and 112, 115 and 113, 115 and 113. To be honest, I think they scored it too close. I think he clearly had at least a 4 to 5 round difference. Clearly, with him being older, people don't remember this. He's older than Canelo. Him being older and to be able to outbox Canelo, moving up 2 weight classes to do so, and the way how he was able to
Some
come with
say
some
three.
power, yeah, he was able to come with power. He was just jabbing them. As you could tell the first couple of rounds, right? They're just trying to figure each other out. They're just trying to see, okay, where can I make my move? But man, Crawford was a technician. He was coming into the body, getting in when he had to get in. Every time Canelo tried to come in with some sort of combination, Crawford had him. He was ready for it. He was sitting on it. It's come again.
Yeah.
Now, there was a lot of times where you see Canelo do the setup punch. Canelo was going for the knockout the whole night. He'll do like a setup punch, try to lower Crawford's arms, and then go ahead and come in. Crawford was such a technician. He's seen it coming, roll out of it, boom, and connect. If you remember at the very end of the fight, the one where Canelo whole face twisted. That was one of those combinations, those counterattacks that came from Crawford. This was literally Crawford showed why he is definitely the best pound for pound boxer in this era, and will go down as the GOAT for this era. Right, this is the era after Mayweather, and clearly, hands down, this man, he's unbeatable. There's no one can touch this man. What's your thoughts on the fight? The fight was amazing. It started late, but it was amazing.
It was full action. It was awesome. I
Right,
enjoyed every bit of it.
right.
The undercards was good. Um, it was one fight with a young man, forgot his name, but that was okay. But the whole night was wonderful. And when Crawford came in, he was ready.
Right,
I understand that Crawford asked for this fight 2 years ago. He was confident then that he got to build himself up because he wanted Canelo to end his legacy because people act
right,
like they didn't know who he was,
right,
what his legacy is about, where he come from, all of this. So
right.
now you know. Now you know. Like my son said, he is the GOAT of this era. And I want to pause for a second and say, NBA, you see how boxing know how to move eras? Like Mayweather is Michael Jordan's era. Crawford is LeBron's era. That's how you
Yep,
do it. You do it with
absolutely.
respect. You don't put one down, the big one up. You just let they was goats in their own era and leave it like that. Back
Right.
to Crawford because he deserved all the respect. And I want to add to this class personified. We as a black people, class personified. No,
Right.
no shade on nobody else's race, but I want to say after the fight and Canelo was having his press conference ending the night, and Crawford walked with all the belts except the gold one, all the belts, and gave it back to Carnelo so he
Right.
could take them home and he could keep them belts. I got the belts right here. I know where the belts belong. But as a tribute to him, he gave him back all his belts except that other belt, with the gold trimming, with the yellow strip and the red and blue strip with the gold, and both pictures is on the belt. So
Right.
being that's just a class act,
It
and
is.
I
It is.
support that 100%. It was awesome. God bless both of them. It was a valiant effort, but Crawford was being, like my son said, a technician. When
Right.
he swung, he hit him pop, pop, pop 2 times. Canelo was trying to hit the body and hitting his elbow a lot.
He
Crawford was
was.
dinging him and dinging him in the face. And when he's throwing shots, Canelo tried to throw a power shot.
Right.
Crawford ate that and gave him his own and snapped his body. Looked like he was breakdancing. And I tell you, boy, I
He
enjoyed it. I
was.
was so hyped, so understand. I got some people that I'm gonna see on Wednesday that I gotta, I should have bet it. I backed off a bet, but I had them in the eighth. Surprisingly, out of respect, they went all the way to the 12th round. So, however it be, my man Crawford got the W anyway. It was awesome, 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 and all praises to them. All praises,
No,
all
absolutely.
praises.
Absolutely. This is definitely a legacy boost for Crawford. Now undisputed in three weight classes. This pushes him even more closer to the GOAT
He
conversations,
don't
right?
have to have another fight.
Nah, he don't. He don't have to have another fight. There are a lot of betting odds to say that a rematch is likely to happen between them. I would say this: if there is a rematch, given the whole purse situation, I know Crawford got like a
It'll
minimum.
reverse.
It got a reverse, right? I think Crawford got around a minimum of 10 with a chance to get up to 50 million. Whereas
Yeah.
Canelo, I think it's upwards to maybe 100 plus million, right? So,
Well,
definitely needs to be reversed.
I think Crawford walked away with $60 million because I think the overall, if I'm wrong, please chat, come in, make your comments on it, whatever. Let us know and correct some things if we are wrong. I think overall Netflix pulled in 750 million with the viewing. So I think his purse gonna go up because I think he get some of Crawford if he win, get some of the door, get some of the proceeds, get some of the I don't know how that go with the TV promotions and all that stuff.
Right.
So I think he gonna walk away. I would love to know what's the final balance of his take home.
Yeah, I would like to know
If
that too.
anybody know that, chat, put that in the comments, please. Educate me and my son on what was the final balance on Crawford take home. Would love to know that.
Yeah, yeah, I would definitely love to know that. Because we want to make sure, man, the champ gets the money that he deserves. He handled business, man. I'm so happy for him. Man, oh man, that was huge. That was huge. But as that come to an end, we hope to see what happens in the future. But that's what we need. We need boxing. Boxing needs to be back, man. Hopefully he can inspire some other boxers, man, to start climbing the ranks. And I'm tired of all these celebrity matches. I want some real boxing to come back. So it was great to see that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but we got to switch things up. You already know this was a crazy, crazy, crazy weekend. Before we actually start talking about some individual games, I do want to bring up, man, such a crazy topic. As we know, Joe Burrow suffered a really, really bad, looks like a toe injury um, in this past game. Unfortunately, looks like due to the injury, and there's still more information coming out about it. More than likely, he's going to miss the rest of the season. And given this toe injury, there has been players that have had it in the past that have been forced to retire or have been had to have special accommodations in order to play. Given how young he is, this is not an injury you would want him to have. And I'm hoping that this does not hurt his career moving forward. I would say this:
Hmm.
I do feel bad for the Bengal fans. This man can't catch a break. He always seemed to, he always getting hurt. You have the Bengals organization who's known for being really cheap. They're not protecting this guy like he's supposed to be protected. I'm just hoping he doesn't become another Carson Palmer, who once used to play for the Bengals, and same situation. He can get you to the playoffs, super talented, but like every year or every other year, he gonna miss the season for some sort of injury. Um, you can also say it could be Burrow fault sometimes. That sometimes he hold on to the ball way too long. But at the end of the day, there's a black cat or something walking around that franchise. Because when it comes to their quarterbacks, they know how to draft them. They just can't keep them healthy. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, as always say, he fought for Chase and uh what's his name?
Was it
Number
Higgins?
five wide
Higgins?
receiver. Higgins to get their money. He should have used some of that money for our offensive line. And Burrow got to learn how to get away, throw that ball away for any
Right,
quarterback. You know your line is suspect. You're trying to fight. All praises to him. I hope God give him a speedy recovery. He could bounce back quicker than people think. But he need to get rid of that ball early. He know he got a weak offensive line. He know
right,
he got guys that run long routes. They not short routes, so he got to hold the ball longer. It's a shame, but they back up Brown, the quarterback that's the backup. He came in and
right,
did an honorable job. I don't see nobody replacing him. You ain't got to go shopping. You just need to find him a good backup now. Because don't take him out for no name or no Jameis Winston so he could sabotage y'all. I ain't got nothing for Jameis. Good guy, everything, but like I said, he always played for the other team. Um, I just want y'all to appreciate in Cincinnati, appreciate what y'all got as y'all backup. Let the quarterback Brown do his thing. Let him see what he could where he could take y'all. He's supposed to be Burrow's supposed to be okay in about 3 months around the playoff. If Brown do what he's supposed to do as the backup now, the starter, they should see some light. But I think y'all should hold him out for the rest of the year and just start fresh with him and let Brown finish out the whole season. Whether you go to the playoffs or not, because the first time in a long time, y'all 2-0. Y'all haven't been 2-0 in a lot of years. I think 5 or 6 years they haven't been 2-0 in the start of the season. But now they 2-0. So they should just run Brown all the way through. Let him be the starter for the rest of the year. Let him
right,
fully recover. Get him a special cleat, a special shoe to protect that toe. Because if he don't, like modern medicine is gonna help that too.
right,
Modern medicine will help that too. It's not like when people used to play in the past and turf toe could take you all the way out. He has a chance with today's medicine and the way they do things now.
right,
He has a chance to come back, but they should keep him out for the rest of the season indefinitely and let him come back with a fresh start and see how the team do this year. And if the line could hold up for Brown, then you got to start moving some pieces and find out what's going wrong that Burrows just keep getting hurt.
keep getting
Is it the
hurt.
line or is it Burrow himself? Please make some comments to that. Hit that like button and let's give us some comments so we can give some feedback on this situation. What do you think about it? And should he come back when he's healthy or should he wait till next year? Let us know.
Absolutely. And just to add, there are some trade rumors, obviously. You got Jameis Winston sitting there at number 3 on the Giants. He would be probably a perfect trade just to get you through the season,
No,
potentially. Uh,
son, bananas,
right.
bananas. No, he won't. Leave his
Another
butt right in.
an,
Leave him right in New Jersey.
another rumor is Shador. Now, there's rumors about Shador getting traded to multiple teams that potentially want a young star to see if he can make a difference because obviously there's some teams struggling with quarterback play. Um, but man, I'm just hoping for definitely for a speedy recovery with him. Man,
Yes,
oh
God
man,
bless him.
yeah, absolutely. Wow, I don't even know what to even say to that. But definitely one of the games we got to go ahead and cover and talk about for sure. Man, oh man, it was definitely the game of the weekend. You already know everyone
Speak,
was
son.
talking about
Speak.
it. You already know
Yes.
all day long, man. It was the repeat of the Super Bowl, baby. Here we go. Yes, my Eagles prevailed 20 to 17 over the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. I want everyone to know that we went into that crazy stadium and we got the victory. We got it done. This was a big game. This was the game of the week, obviously, because we just had this game 7 months ago at the Super Bowl where we completely obliterated the Chiefs. And there's a lot of storylines, right? One of the storylines is, has the Chiefs dynasty ended? Did the Eagles actually put a chokehold on this franchise? And now, Patrick Mahomes ain't the same Patrick Mahomes, and the team around him ain't galvanizing like they used to. I'm gonna say it's a little bit of false to that. I do think we have shown teams how to beat Kansas City, but at the end of the day, Mahomes is still Mahomes. I'm not going to be naive, right? And honestly, there's a lot on the Eagles we could have cleaned up in this game. I'm happy we got the win. A win is a win. Our defense definitely showed up and showed out, especially later in the game. Shout out to Jordan Davis, man, who really stepped up, who's really showing like, hey, I know y'all keep talking about Jalen Carter, but don't forget big old 90 over here can handle business too. He looked, man, he was so agile. He was getting things done. Yo, shout out to Howie picking up, man, I'm going to get his name wrong. My God, but Smith, the free agent that we got from Detroit Lions. My gosh, he looked like a man amongst boys on the DN. That was a huge pickup on defense. Overall, I think we played good. We're still vulnerable with Adoree Jackson. I'm sorry, Adoree. No offense to you, dude, but you need to let the league go, man. You need to let it go. We need to go ahead and put somebody else in that position. But other than that, we dominated. Shout out to our rookie, Makuba, who got the interception because of Mr. Taylor Swift can't hold on to the ball. Butter grease fingers. The ball popped out his hand. Makuba got the ball. We was able to turn that into 3 points. So overall, it was a great game. Obviously, we did get the ball more to Brown. Brown was able to get some touches. I think got about 4 catches. We didn't throw the ball a whole lot. We did get that like 40 to 50-yard bomb down the field to Smitty, which I think set up a touchdown. But other than that, we look solid on defense. We're starting to wake up now. There's a lot of things we got to clean up. But one thing we got to get going. I am not liking this new coordinator. This offensive coordinator is killing me. It is 3rd and like 15 or 3rd and 13. Every time it's 3rd and long, he just decides to run the ball and just go ahead and punt it. Like, what are we doing? Why do we have receivers? And I get it. There's a lot of deep zone, and players may not be getting open. Try something. I just don't like how he give up so easily on the passing play, and that's killing me. But what's your thoughts on this game overall?
Well, I see it a good victory for y'all, but it's a game y'all needed to play with Kansas City. Y'all romped them the first time in the Super Bowl, but
Right,
now in the new season, can y'all have that bad game, that middle ground game? Can you have that with KC and still pull it out? Travis Kelsey is a true Hall of Famer, but his days is done. His mind is elsewhere. He still want to be in the league, but
right.
he's walking his curtain now. What he doing now, trying to get that bravado, throw his helmet and all that. I'm tired of this banana stuff and all this. That was just Hollywood show, like he was playing for a commercial or a movie or something. The focus is Mahomes is still Mahomes. He just don't have the pieces around him to be more of him. Because when he needed to be Mahomes, he showed glimpses. People think he can't run. He can run. I'm happy the Chiefs lost. I'm not a Chiefs fan, as y'all know. I'm not an Eagle fan, as y'all know, but I'm very proud of them to stand their ground and defense play. Both defenses played pretty well. But the bottom line, whether you lose by 3 or 1, it's the W that counts in the league. This is not college. You don't get pretty points and all that stuff. This
Right.
is the NFL, baby. This is professional football. And you get that W up there. It ain't about style points. It's about getting a victory. Sometimes you have blowouts. Sometimes you have close games. You got to do it. I'm just sad that Mahomes don't get to play with the people he need around him to challenge him. But this is the game. Next man up mentality. There's no excuses. You lost, you lost, you lost. That's it. Next. And that's the way it go in the NFL.
Exactly.
Your
Exactly.
talent don't have to be not for long. That's the NFL model. That's the three letters NFL, not for long. So they
Right.
better get their act together and do what they need to do. And that's all I have to say on it. Good
Right.
win on the Eagle part.
And just to end it with this, you got Jones here at the very end of the game, talking smack about, hey, y'all only had like 100 yards. I ain't had nothing. Like, you talking all this smack, but a win is a
That's
win.
bananas.
Yo, he's a Hall of
Yes,
Fame.
indeed.
There's no reason to have that kind of conversation. Like, you lost. Period.
Yeah.
Y'all 0-2. You 0-2. Y'all got a lot
Yeah.
of injuries, right? Your team needs to step on
Don't
offense.
that sound high school? Don't you
Yeah.
sound you in the professional football league?
Yeah.
You're gonna tell, and we're gonna get on that when we pull up my team. We're gonna
Yeah.
get on that when we pull up my team.
Yeah. Look at this.
Oh my
Talk.
God.
Look. I'm talking smack. Look at that.
Yeah, but
I'm.
it sounds childish. You look small as a
Yeah.
human being because you're doing stuff like a little kid. You lost. No matter he could have had 2 yards running, but did they beat you? That's the thing.
That's the
Jones,
thing.
you getting paid this extra money to stop it. You know what I mean? Get to the quarterback. Stop the running back. Come on, man. You sounding like a child, man. Grow up. You bigger than that.
Yeah.
Please make your comments on the Eagles and Kansas City game. Who should have did what? Is Jones out of his mind with complaining every single time his team lose this year because he not doing what he's supposed to do? Let me know
Right.
your
Right.
thoughts, please.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you already know. If we go ahead and start with my birds, we got to go ahead and head over to that other bird over there. You already know all day long.
Yes, sir. Let's go, boy. Let's
Absolutely.
go, Lamar.
Oh man! So as you can see here, the Ravens got a victory, easy victory over the Browns, 41-17. Lamar Jackson threw for four touchdown passes. Excuse me. Devontae Walker, the wide receiver, caught two of these touchdowns. Also, DeAndre Hopkins, Tylen Wallace also scored. You also have Roquan Smith return a fumble, 63 yards for a touchdown as well. Man, I mean, it was just amazing, man, with just the interceptions. You had a long interception for 60 yards. Flacco had a Flacco day. Despite running into his old teammate, there's a lot of respect between Lamar and Flacco. Obviously, they got history playing on the Ravens together. But at the end of the day, you saw the actual superstar, and you saw a guy that need to go ahead and hang it up. Ravens play like the Ravens. They have been scoring. I think we talked about it that early. 80-some points between both
82
games.
points.
82
Yes,
points.
sir.
It is crazy what they're doing. The Ravens is scary. And then if they keep playing great on defense, I'm telling you, you guys are definitely the Super Bowl favorite. But what's your thoughts on this game and how you guys dominated?
You know my thoughts because what I said last week. Get it together. Get it together. Yes, we had the same points last week, but we lost because our defense wasn't doing what is needed to do. We gave up 3 points, 14 points of garbage. All right, but we gave
Right,
up 17 as a whole. That's better than 42. That's better than 44. That's better
right,
than losing. You know what I mean?
right,
41 to 40. That's better than losing. I mean, 81 points. Excuse me. 81 points, son, on the
right,
total points in 2 games. But
right,
here's what I'm talking about, people. They got it together. 23 got it together. Wiggins got it together. He got an interception. You know what I mean? Because you could play, you have the skills to do what you do necessarily. The middle linebacker picked up a fumble, ran it back. 15 solo tackles was
right,
awesome.
right,
Awesome as a team. And I'm a divvy into the Browns. Stopping Derrick Henry is one part of the offense. If you
right.
stop the run,
That part.
kudos to y'all. Y'all stopped the
That
run. You
part.
couldn't stop the pass. Look at
Right.
the score. You're bragging about you stopped the run. That don't help nobody.
Right.
You know what I
It doesn't.
mean?
It
Maybe he
doesn't.
played the decoy for this game because that's what y'all wanted to do. Y'all settling for less Browns, and y'all know what to do. Y'all took Flacco out and put in Dylan Gabriel. Let Dylan Gabriel start next week. Y'all Flacco days is over. Flacco did something for the Ravens a long time ago. Honorable to Flacco, but his time has passed him. You know what I mean? Start giving him the walk away gifts. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
gifts
I
to the
agree.
gate.
I
You
agree.
know what I
And
mean? Give
I
them a
agree.
skybox in Baltimore or Cleveland and let them come visit games. Because right now, or come a commentator of sports. Because right now,
Right.
his game, he need a walker the way he was running, the way he
Right.
trying to get out of a sack. Um, no disrespect, but the Browns are lying to themselves. They lying about next year, and all the quarterbacks that the Browns is trying to sit on for next year, Archie Manning and that guy at Clemson. Did they check the stats? Did they see what's going on?
We'll talk about that
All they're
in
doing
a
is
minute.
making excuses. All they
Right.
do is making excuses. They need to stop that. Play Dylan Gabriel if you want to play him. No disrespect to Dylan Gabriel. Let him play. Let Shador back up Dylan Gabriel. And when Shador get his shot, let it be what it is. And if it don't pan out, y'all go ahead and jump into the draft next year. Because y'all ain't doing diddly squat this year. And you know it.
Right.
Go Ravens. Great win. Great win, Ravens. Great win. Lamar,
Absolutely.
keep it pushing. Lamar, we ain't got to be standing in that pocket just to take a sack and get hurt. We don't need that. Watch what just happened to Joe Burrow. We don't need that, Lamar. You got them feet, run out of bounds or run and slide or do something. But just don't stand there when you got wheels to get out of them potential sacks that you shouldn't even be sacked at no point unless you can't see it coming. That means he have to be standing behind you, Lamar. Let's go,
Absolutely.
man. Don't get yourself
Absolutely.
injured. Go Ravens. Go Ravens.
Absolutely. And
Hey, I'ma say, hey, bananas, go Ravens.
I'm gonna definitely say, yeah, y'all got this in the bag. I mean, honestly, with Burrow going down in the division, Browns being the Browns, the Steelers, they actually showed you who they really are.
Nobody
Uh,
could mess with them. They could have all been healthy, son. I'm not
right,
giving nobody nothing. This is
right.
our year, and we're going to try to take it all the way to the house, and we just got to be disciplined. The defense is waking up. They was embarrassed by Josh Allen and the Bills. We got to turn it around from here and go forward. That is the truth. That's the way it is. We're going to go to the championship, and we're going to have victory as long as we stay disciplined.
No, absolutely, absolutely. We're gonna go ahead and switch gears. Right now, I believe this was man. I think this was a Thursday night game. This was a big game. Shout out! I can't even hate,
Woo!
man. Shout out to the Green Bay
Woo!
Packers. Hey, they're in the NFC, so I don't like them, but at the end of the day, man, shout out to the Green Bay Packers who got the victory at home, 27-18 over the Commanders. Man, oh man, they made the Commanders look like a JV team. Don't even look at the score. The Green Bay Packers, shout out to Michael Parsons, shout out to Jerry Jones for being Jerry Jones and making bad decisions when it comes to trading one of your best talent on your team. You gave the last battery that was needed to get the engine running for the Packers. And man, Micah's just put a battery in his defense. You see how they came out? I think he had 8 to 10 pressures by Michael Parsons by himself. He was flying all over the field. Also got a sack, another half sack. The defense is just all over the Commanders. I mean, they couldn't get nothing going at all. They couldn't get in rhythm. And then, of course, you had Love just do his thing. Once he got in rhythm, What, 292 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, you also had Kraft, their tight end, big game. He had 6 catches, 124 yards. I mean, definitely they looks like they pressured Jaden Daniels all night, sacking him multiple times and limiting any big plays that Washington could make. This was the Packers of old with a solid defense, with an offense that could complement their play. The Packers is a scary team, man. I'm telling you, my Eagles better wake up, baby. But what you think of this game? I thought this was a great game for Thursday night. When we have Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, it needs to be matchups like this. But I'm going to end it right there.
The quality of games that have been played, the NFL is doing well right now.
Right,
The quality, we got some bum games that come on, but overall, the NFL is like a bright a star. The only star is not bright right now is the Cowboys, even though they got that nice victory we're gonna talk about later. But here, once again, I'll speak for the Packers to say thank you, Jerry. Thank you again, Jerry. On the
yeah.
Commanders, they saying the quarterback might have a spring, a light spring ankle, I believe.
Right,
He might be game time decision for Sunday. I hope Daniels could play. I really do. I hope they got to protect him better, um, and hope Washington Commanders could still have that fighting force. I love the
right.
competition. I love what Washington Commanders bring, but I'm gonna switch back over to the Packers, what my son was talking about. The spirit of Parsons, it cannot be misunderstood. It's greatly appreciated because what he's doing, he's out there showing them. He's out there showing them. He's not talking smack, he's not putting on no show, throwing helmets and stuff and all that bull crap that some people do that stars. He's out there performing. And his team on all three phases is picking up his spirit, loving his energy. And they producing their own style, their own way. Now y'all recognize us because Parsons here, but we've been here. And they collectively showing that. He gave he gave the Packers a boost because of Jerry selfishness to his own franchise. But I would say to the Packers, good, enjoy. But when you meet the top of the helm, we don't care about no Parsons when it's time to battle. I know my son team don't. I don't. Whatever he got to show up, wherever they come out of in the playoffs,
Right.
everybody's gonna meet Mr. Parsons. But for me being an outside looking in, he's doing an awesome job with his team. Love is playing awesome. The backs, the linemen, the defensive linemen, the secondary, the linebackers, they playing in a collective. They look like a good quality team. And every time don't have to be a blowout. The decision and the body language of the team makes them look even better than the score they put up.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree. Um, that was just a great victory by them. They definitely put the entire NFC on notice. I mean, they're 2-0, so are we. We're coming.
Mhm.
And I believe we do play them. I'm gonna have to double check that. I believe we do play Green Bay this season. I have to double check that. But man, oh man, like we'll be ready whenever that time comes. We'll be ready. But man, that's a team right there. And look, that wasn't the only game, man. It was like we said. Look, NFL has been producing a lot of quality games. One of the biggest ones that also hurt my brother's feelings because he's a huge Giants fan. But hey, it is what it is. Man, oh man,
It was a
Giants.
battle.
It was a battle. Lose in overtime to Cowboys, 40-37. Look, for everything we said last week about Russell Wilson and how he needs to go ahead and just enjoy his wife and live out his life with all the money and millions of dollars he made. I don't know if he heard us or a whole bunch of people talking smack, but man, he had a strong performance. Passing for a lot of yardage. He also had to go ahead 48-yard touchdown to Malik Neighbors, with just 25 seconds left. Man, oh man, they actually got it to overtime. I thought the Giants was actually going to get the victory, but shout out to the Cowboys. They was able to keep things close, force it to overtime, And then unfortunately, with the man that was the hero of the day, Russell Wilson was the man. He was the hero. He was the Russell Wilson of old, slinging the ball everywhere. Unfortunately, he had a really bad error throw um, in the overtime, which set up the Cowboys to get the ball, and the rest was history with the field goal win. Great game. I mean, I think this is just a lot of people say the Giants are garbage. I think this is actually showing like they're not a bad team. If they have solid quarterback play, the Giants can potentially be dangerous in the NFC East, but until they get that consistency, they're always going to have these up and down wins and probably not make it to the playoffs this year. But hey, shout out to the Cowboys. I don't like the Cowboys at all. I don't like Jerry Jones. I think he's one of the worst, smartest business owners, but worst owners as far as GM. But shout out to them. Dak looked good. They got the victory at home. And like I said, they're coming for us too. They wanna take the throne in the NFC East, but we won't allow that to happen. What's your thoughts on this game?
Well, I say I jump in. Yes, your brother, my son. Boy, he was hurt about this, but I just want to say one thing. Russell did a beautiful job all game until he made a bonehead decision. You don't step up in the pocket at your height and can't see where you're about to throw the ball. You should have called the play where you could roll out and throw to the sideline and help your neighbors get that. You threw to the inside hash over there, and the safety was just waiting for it, a little gimme. You gave that game away when you could have finished it strong. They didn't have nothing, but I give Dak a lot of credit for going down there, putting the ball where it needed to be put, and they kicker with the super leg. He could kick from 63, 53. It don't matter where they
Facts.
put him. He got a
Facts.
nice big leg, and that's the number one thing the Cowboys got is a great kicker. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Dak, you played well. I really don't give out nothing. CD Lamb got to hold on to the ball. He did a great job in coming back. But that number three, boy, you're gonna have to pay him. You're gonna have to pay him
Yeah.
because he decent. He came from the Steelers. He is good. And the Steelers, Lord, they wish they had him today. We're going to get into that. But once again, everybody's stealing everybody's star by whatever you finish with the player. You don't want to deal with the player. But what is your garbage is somebody diamond. And that's the way relationships go. And that's the way sports teams go. You might throw a player away. He might fit with another team and look like a diamond in the rough, and that's what's going on around the league. But I say to the Cowboys, keep fighting. You get better for what you do, and if you fight like this, you will make teams very scared of you. But I bless me. Sorry about
Bless you.
that.
Bless you.
Excuse me,
Bless you.
fam. Um, I just think that if they stay on that route, they're gonna do good. Not because of what Jerry. This ain't no we playing good because Parsons. Because the defense gave up a lot. They secondary starting to look like trash. They don't know who to cover. The man ran a straight route, a straight fly route, and nobody touched him. Then Diggs started wanting to blame who's supposed to did what. They had an outside inside route. They took off. They both picked the same outside man when the inside man ran the straight fly. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense at all. You won that game by sheer luck. It wasn't because of the secondary. It was because
Right.
Dak and the kicker and the player CD Lamb as well. So that's all I have to say about it. Is just more to see in the future, but the Cowboys are gonna always hurt themselves first.
Ain't that the truth? Oh my gosh. Nah, that's always the truth right there. But at the end of the day, you know, um, they handle their business. They handle their business. Recover from us beating them week one, and we'll definitely see what happens in the future when it comes to that team and different things like that. But let's go ahead and get to the very next game here. This was another big one. This was man, oh man, this was the Bears Playing Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions finally looking like themselves from last season, scoring 52-21 over the Bears. My gosh, just some of the highlights. Just to add here, Jared Goff had an excellent night, 5 passing touchdowns, 334 yards. Man, you had Gibbs also had a big workload running the ball, pretty much racking up nearly 100 yards. The Bears had some moments too, right? Caleb Williams connected with Rome Aldon's for 2 passing touchdowns. But outside of that, they were overwhelmed. They couldn't get anything going. The Lions was just relentless. And of course, as always, the Bears defense, despite having a little bit of stars on there, some talent over there, they really couldn't get nothing going. And that's been the issue with the Bears. They haven't been consistent on both sides of the ball. Rather, they have a strong defense, but they don't have a great offense. The offense showed you something, but the fact that you gave up 52 points like you was a college football team that didn't know how to, that wasn't in Division One, tells a lot about your program, tells a lot about your franchise, and that you guys don't have anything it takes to get to the playoffs this season. I think honestly, the Bears are done. I don't know what's going on with their quarterback. Their quarterback is up and down. His consistency is all over the place. Same thing with the offensive line. I don't know how much money the Bears can invest in this team. Once again, it's like they got some bad juju or something. This franchise can never really get going. Honestly, the Lions scare me, but not as much as Green Bay. I still think they got some things they got to clean up with the Lions, but offensively, they're very, very scary. Defensively, you can still score in this team, but I think that's something they're going to continue to clean up on the Lions. But what's your thoughts on this game? This is a statement win by the Lions, period.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go give Caleb Williams a pass because he put up 21 points. This reflects. We said, can he score touchdowns? Can he do something with the ball positively? And he did that. We have to look at the other side of the ball because every team got three phases. You understand? Lions looked in the mirror last week, lost that game, looked in the mirror, came out this week, whether it's a lesser opponent or not, and put it to work and put it to work and put up a college score in the NFL. One of the things that I like most is they don't bull job, they don't point fingers, they get back at it, get to the drawing board and fight. Yes, they're gonna be a problem. If they doing stuff like this, yes, they will be a problem. It's just opponents get better as the season get better. Can they sustain that? Are they this type of Lions or are they the first game Lions? We don't know which Lions we gonna get. We gonna get the one at the zoo or the one in the wild. So we don't know which one we gonna get. But if we get the one in the wild, we better strap up our helmets. If we get the one in the zoo, we could contain that at any time. And I don't know what these Bears doing. I think the Bears is just the ones in the zoo. They can't do nothing. They ain't no grizzly bear. They ain't beating down nothing. They ain't doing nothing. Caleb Williams
Right,
is a better look this game, but you didn't win it for your team. Your defense is suspect. They spent a lot of money on that offense, and y'all produced 21 points, and that is it. And then the Lions was able to put their ears back and just go because once you get up a certain amount of points, they don't have to do basic defense. You could do exotic things. You could practice things. You could do all types of stunts, send corner blitzes, send safety blitzes, send nickel dime blitzes,
right.
whatever you want to do at that point with that type of score. Because you could give up a couple of touchdowns and they still won't win. So kudos to the Lions, but you gotta let me know which one are y'all. Are y'all the tame in the zoo or y'all the wild? And then in the comments, any Lions fan, let me know what you representing. The wild or the tame in the zoo.
Yeah,
Put it in the
right,
comments, please.
right. Absolutely, absolutely. Look, those were definitely some of the top games for the NFL. Before we, kind of get to the end of our show, we have a lot more to talk about, right? That wasn't the only football being played. As always, we always have college football. Now, honorable mentions, yes, there were some games we didn't get to, like the Steelers. Steelers did lose and showed you kind of their true colors. But we'll get more into that. Hey, they look good week one. Week two was a struggle. Let's see what they look like next week. We'll get more into that later.
You saw the real Aaron Rodgers. You saw the real Aaron Rodgers. Where's that type flight defense? Period. The real Aaron Rodgers. He had something juice left for the Jets, but he really, when he showed up for game two, is the real Aaron Rodgers came out, and the defense ain't what we thought they were. They are not that good. So they
Right.
got to look in the mirror and come out fighting again.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. But just to switch gears, excuse me. Just to switch gears, we're going to go ahead and flip it to college. But the very first thing we're going to cover is, man, that was the story of the whole summer. The star of the is going to be the future star of the NFL, right? Number one, the
Mm.
greatest quarterback we ever seen in history, generational talent, and that's our boy Arch Manning. Um, Let me just give you some insights to what happened because he did get booed this past weekend. So Texas did beat UTEP 27-10, but trust and believe, just like you see in this image, there was a time when UTEP, I believe, was actually winning and beating Texas. Um, I'm telling you, Archman is struggling, man. He is not it. This dude had 11 completed passes for 25 for 114 yards. He had one touchdown pass with and also one interception. If I'm not mistaken, he's had one interception, at least one interception in every game so far he started in this year. He also rushed the ball for 9 times, 51 yards. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. But he was rough, man. He in the first half, he was 5 of 16, which is 69 yards. So as you can imagine, the Texas fans started booing him like crazy. You can clearly hear it. Everyone heard it. You could hear it through the television. The boos were extremely loud. They were just tired. They were told this lie this whole summer. He was the next thing coming. People probably bought his jersey, spent all this money on this merchandise, believing that they got the next big thing, and he hasn't been that in the first 3 games. The hype is over. Third down conversions. Look, he was 1 of 9. He was horrible in the first half. I mean, he literally. Obviously, in the second half, he took matters in his own hand. He started running the ball and got some things done and scored and got the victory. But at the end of the day, this is UTEP. This score should have been 70-3. Period. The fact that it was 27-10. There's an issue here that they need to clean up. What's your thoughts on Arch Manning? It's just, man.
Well, my thoughts. He need to stay in college. He need to probably do all 4 years or all three years the most. But I don't think he should come out of college to look for nothing, even though it'll be set up guaranteed. You know the narrative to make something seem more than what it is. Because what he doing, what I do like what he did, I'm gonna give him a pub for this. When he knew he had no other choice and his arm wasn't the answer, he let
Right.
his feet do it. He's a better runner than he is a passer. And at this point, he got to reverse that, being paid what he paid in college. That NIL money is good money. He's semi professional. So he got to get his act together. He got to practice in the neighborhood, do something. Throw at garbage cans, throw at janitors, do something to be something more than what you're giving your team. Ask your wide receivers to come out and do after practice. Don't go hang out. Let's go practice this after practice. Let me get my throws in. Let me get some plays in that I know I got under my belt so it could feel more natural. He got to do more than what he's doing and be a little bit more dedicated because once the silver spoon is handed to him, he think everything's supposed to fall in place like robotically, and that's not the way the game go. These are real people, real kids out there, young men out there trying to battle for their life, for their professional chance. So they're not gonna let you just throw stuff around and then everybody's getting up for you because you're the great Heisman hopeful, and that seems to not be true. Everybody got theories of making all types of theories, and they're coming out to be nothing but lies. Don't let your eyes tell you something that you can't see. That's like talking about somebody, but you can't see what they're doing. But you telling me what they're doing, and you nowhere around them. We see what he doing, and that's not Heisman for nobody. That's all I got
Facts.
on it. I wish
No
him the best
facts.
though.
Yeah, wish him the best. We're gonna go ahead and move forward, but man, I feel bad for Texas fans. But switching things up, we got to go ahead and talk about it. Uh, Colorado, of course, uh, and I hate to say of course, but I almost was expecting this because I haven't been liking what I've seen this season. But they went down and played Houston, lost to Houston 36-20. I don't, man. You want to just talk about just utter disgust. Mr. Martin Luther King didn't really have a great game. He definitely struggled throughout the game. Don't get me wrong. I think Houston is a good team. They have the coach has turned around this program. I believe this is the third game in a row that they won. So they're 3-0. They're a solid team. This is a team that Colorado had to go in and pound on the ground, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, force it down their throats, and then set up the pass and then take care and then execute on that. And unfortunately, they haven't. Just some of the standout performance. The quarterback, Wegman, had a big dual threat game for 222 yards passing with the ran for more than 83 yards. He also had 2 touchdowns, which was a career high. Looks like the second half collapsed. Houston took over in the second half, outscoring Colorado 20-6. Turnovers and defensive lapses hurt Colorado. There was a play I actually saw where Colorado cornerback number 10 just got burnt. I mean, straight burnt. Houston did whatever they wanted. They threw it deep. They ran the ball. Whatever they wanted to do. Coach Prime reaction is lost the words after the loss. He criticized his team efforts, foolishness, and emphasized, that a lot of things need to happen. A lot of things need to change. I'm gonna say this, and I love Prime. I love Prime. But sometimes I think he's too friendly with too many coaches. You too friendly. Pat Shermer is not the answer. And at the end of the day, you kind of went all the way with Staub. Salter really hasn't shown you that he can't play. Even when you took him out last week, he was almost flawless, like 90% completion. He's just not moving the ball as much, but he's very careful with the ball. I don't think you gave Staub such a loose leash. Like he was able to play the whole game without coming out. I felt like you should have been consistent with this game like you did last game. He ain't playing up the par. Pull him out and pull Salter in. Because I know Salter now is like, yo, why would you transfer me here? Why am I on the bench? I'm a fifth-year senior that actually got my team last year to a bowl game. So you got a Pat Shermer who no, he ain't cut it. He didn't cut it in the NFL. He's not cutting it in college. Didn't he pick up old dude from Tampa Bay, Brian Leftwich? Why is he not the offensive coordinator? Get rid of
That's
Pat
what, hey,
Shermer.
son. Spot on that, son. Speak
Yeah,
that.
I don't.
That's spot on right there.
Dion killing me. I know you got a relationship and Pat Shermer and obviously, Pat Shermer actually did Dion a favor coming to the school, helping him, get the offense going. So I get it. There's loyalty there. But yo, he's costing you. He's costing you. Straight like that. And honestly, if they don't do something at the coordinator position, they don't do something with their coaching. They keep blaming the players. A lot of it's on the coaching too. I'm just trying to be honest. But what's your thoughts on it?
Who you brung up as the coach that's like an assistant assessment? What's his name?
Byron Leftwich.
Brian Leftwich.
Byron
He
Leftwich.
Byron Leftwich. He need to be the OC on that team. He
Facts.
need to bring because he should have been a head coach or OC in the NFL. Bottom line is you have to do what's necessary to win. If you want to win, do what's right. Stop doing all this political stuff. This don't shouldn't be in Colorado. No political stuff. The man don't deserve to be calling no offense. He's like my son said, he didn't make it in the pros, he's not making it in college. Talent what made him look somewhat decent because the plays stumbled Shador when Shador was there. Stumbled Travis Hunter,
Right.
stumbled a lot of them
Right.
stars. It's time to move forward. Hey, bro, we I'm not firing you, but I need a different look. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If he care about the program and not just himself, he would do that. I'm gonna step down. Give him the opportunity to say he a step down instead of you looking like you moving him. I want the team. I'm not calling the right plays. Or I ain't got the right setup, so I'm gonna let Brian Leftwich take over. That's 100% right there. Hey, chat, Colorado fans, let us know if you want Brian Leftwich or Pat Sherman to continue as OC on Colorado, because the only way they're gonna change if they change some of that old Stone Age high whatever football he calling, because the running game will be decent. Sometimes you have to beat another opponent, make them tired, then go to the air and mix it up. They straight dragging plays, then come out of here with a 3rd and long, and you want to run the ball. You don't have the prominent kicker from distance. The kicker could cook anything inside of 30, but from distance, he ain't got that leg. So you know you got to run the ball and pass consistently, and you got to do it right. Come on now.
And not only
Come
that,
on, put them feelings aside
you got
and do what's right for the team in the or in the college. Let the college be first, not your feelings towards the OC.
and they can look. And Dion, look, Dion sold a big dream to a lot of these boys, a lot of these men. Sorry, that came to this team. You know, you got the number one, what was the number one offensive tackle, Jordan Seaton, out of high school. I don't think he's returning next year. I mean, you can only be so loyal to Dion. They're not running the ball, and he needs that for his tape. You know, you're not gonna make it to the NFL first round pick or the top first. They're not seeing your ability to run the ball. You're not getting any type of run offense going
Spot
that you could,
on. Spot on.
put some tape to, and he knows that. You know, he wants to
Yes,
be able to run the
yes.
ball. So it's just, hold on. He just
It's
want to be able
spot
to run the
on,
ball.
son. It's
Right.
spot on.
It's hurting him. So I don't blame him. I know he made a lot of money being with Coach Prime, but yo, I do not blame him if he leaves. And a whole bunch of other players leave. And this whole Colorado experience is starting to crash and burn. I'm just being
Well,
real.
because you want to change players. The other coaches left when they got a good opportunity and a job. They just left, and Coach Prime put a lot of people in a good position to get jobs. But just like Coach Prime said, a lot of players got to move. A lot of coaches got to move. Your OCs got to move too. You got to make that. You got to make that deal too. You got to be the head coach and put your personal feelings aside. This is
Facts.
business. This is victory. We need victory. We 0-2. We 1-2, I believe, right? One and
One and
two.
two. One and
We
two.
got, yeah, 1-2. We got to change the avenue. And if we got to do that right now and just change who's coming out with the plays and getting us something different, we got to do that.
And
You
better
got to
and better
represent the school.
right. And better effort from the I ain't gonna lie. That part, but also I can't lie too, better effort from the players. I mean, they gotta get better
Yeah,
too.
but you get the players is giving what they being coached to give. All like they have better practices than they play in the game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If your practices are harder than the game, something's wrong. Because the game should be easy. If your practices are tougher than the actual game, the game should be easy.
Yeah.
When I played, brothers used to bleed everything in practice. When we got to the game when we was undefeated one year, the games was easy because we had it was negative and positive. But if you don't have a tough practice and to make it an easy game, it's hard to get victories, man.
No,
The
100%.
talent is too abundance in college and in the pros. You got to
Yeah.
make it tough in practice so the game could be easy and just come to you so it can look fluent.
Right.
My
100%.
Baltimore Ravens is putting up scores because they making it look easy in practice.
Right. That's 100%. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We're gonna go ahead and switch gears. Hopefully, they play Wyoming. Colorado plays Wyoming at home. Hopefully, Dion figure it out. I'm gonna tune in, but man, oh man, if they don't get it together, I don't know. But we're gonna switch gears. Try to close up these other three games real quick. We also had a big game. We had man, oh man, we had Georgia and we had Tennessee. Such a big game. This was huge. Now I ain't gonna lie, man. I really wanted Tennessee to get this victory, but unfortunately, and of course, an overtime thriller. Georgia gets the victory, 45-41. Tennessee had the opportunity to close it out with a field goal, but unfortunately, the kicker missed it. And hey, that was a tough field goal to make. And unfortunately, due to that mistake, Georgia was able to capitalize with an overtime win. Obviously, both teams clearly didn't have any defensive play, but it was very explosive on offense for both teams. And then from there, obviously, Georgia got the victory over Tennessee. But I would say Tennessee program definitely needs to be happy with the performance they gave, given that all the challenges they had in the offseason with the quarterback controversy. They're a solid team, man. They could really get things going. They could have a playoff run. And different things like that. Georgia still got a lot of teams in their schedule that could give them hell throughout the season. But overall, I think this was a great game. Your thoughts on it?
My thoughts is if the thriller wasn't even vanilla. Pleased about this game. This is the same thing we hollering about in the NFL. Yes, both offenses was potent. I'm glad Georgia pulled it away. I'm sad Tennessee lost. But at the same time, fix your defenses. It shouldn't be 44-41. It shouldn't be 41. It should be 41-20, 44-13. That's when you know you stomping or something on all three phases. Right now, the offense is putting up points. Defense looks shambles. Luckily, the offense got away and got three more points than Tennessee, and that's the victory. I'm not going to hate on the victory because as long as you get a W, it's a W. But we all got problems this year. The talent on offense is incredible in college and the NFL. They're putting up higher numbers, and a defense can't stop a cold. And we got to look in the mirror, just like my Ravens did, look in the mirror and come out with a better style of defense to get a lesser score. When you score 40, when you score 35 points, you don't need the other team to score 40. You don't need the other team to score 30. You don't need them to tie you. You need to stop him. All three phases got to help the victory. So the
Right.
offense put up the points, the special team create points and make short distance of the field for the opposition, and the defense prevent other teams from scoring. That's the way it's supposed to work. Come on. Let's go, y'all. This is football, baby. This is football. Let's get it stopped. Let's put up the points, but let's get low scores on the opposition. Let's go. Come on, man. That
Yeah, yeah.
bullshit, man.
No, I feel you 100%, 100%. We're gonna switch it to the next game. This was Texas A&M 41 beating Notre Dame to 40. This one right here. Now, this is the reason why every little step of the game is very important. A key field goal missed by Notre Dame, extra point, I believe, was the difference of why they actually lost this game. Now, Texas
Son, sorry to
A&M,
cut you, but the
right?
same thing I just said, it shouldn't continue like this. The offenses are important. That they scoring, they playing their butts off. But when we get back to the defense, guys, son, I apologize.
Yeah, no, you good, you good, you
Damn.
good. So they were able to get the victory here, and but the biggest thing was the field goal miss obviously hurt them. Texas A&M was able to get that late touchdown. I believe it was like 13 seconds left in the game, and I believe it was a read to Nate Bokercher. I can't pronounce his name at all. Sorry for butchering it, but that late touchdown got them the edge with the field goal to put them over 41-40. They got the victory. Notre Dame, hey, once again, defense has been a challenge for them, but They are hard for they fight they've had what two top
It
25
don't
teams that they played
matter.
against. They got the
It
loss,
don't
but
matter.
I think even with how close the losses have been, it does matter for their chances to get into the playoffs. With that, I think they'll
They
still be
0 and
ranked.
2.
They no, they 1-2. I believe they're 1-2. Yeah,
W-
they
Yeah, but
lost.
that
Yeah,
one wasn't no big game. It wasn't a big opponent, son.
no, wasn't the first game. No, their first game was against a ranked opponent, wasn't it? If I'm not
I'm not
mistaken.
sure. I have to
Yeah,
look at their schedule, but I don't think either game. They only had two ranked
yeah.
teams they
No,
played,
yeah. They barely no. They're gonna still be ranked. They're ranked 24th
and
now, right? So
Texas
they
A&M ain't even ranked.
no, they were ranked. They were This thing some reason didn't update properly. They were 16, ranked 16 at the time they played, and they only
Mm.
lost by one. They lost to Miami, 27-24. Right? Miami was highly ranked at the time, like number 6 or number 8. So they've been right there with. They played two big ranked games and been right there for both. Even though with the loss, they're still trying to fight their ways into the playoffs. But either way, they got the loss. Definitely sorry for the head coach. I know they fought hard, but once again, to your point, they got to play better defense.
Well, I'm gonna sound like a tape recorder, people. I'm gonna give me your comments on it or whatever, but I'm gonna sound like a tape recorder. Once again, three phases. The three phases is offense, special teams, defense. Offense, defense, special teams. Special teams, defense, offense. Three phases. If one phase is putting up all the points, the other phase is supposed to stop the other team from putting up the points. The special teams is supposed to lock it down where they don't have no advantages, and that's how you win victory games. Not battling for ties, not battling for style points. Both offenses is putting the whooping to defense this year in the league, period, no matter what team it is. You understand? A lot of people don't like low scoring games because they are defensive games.
Right.
Those are what called football games, not blowouts. Yes, everybody want to see the scores go up and go crazy and all that. That's not really football. You know what I mean? That's just like passing, 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 and that's all you want to see. That is football, but it's more of a just throwing catch game instead of ground and pound on both sides of the ball. You got to mix it up. You can't let the other team do the same thing you're doing. It's never gonna work for you. The odds is very small when they scoring just like you scoring. If you're blowing some out, your chances is very high to have victory all through the year. But if you match it for matching, anybody can win that game. And
Facts.
you lose confidence that you play that hard, and then you look down the other end of the locker room, and your defense sitting over there sucking air and ain't giving you nothing. And that's what that'll turn the locker room in a second. Because at some point, everybody want to be recognized for the work they put in. And you don't want nobody pointing fingers. So make it all three phases. All teams supposed to be all three phases, no matter who the team is. No matter who the team is.
No, that's a fact.
Go ahead, son.
That's a fact. It's definitely was an issue for that game. We're gonna go ahead and switch it up to our very last game. This one here, once again, the ranks are not on here properly, but both teams, I believe, no, Clemson was the only ranked team at the time. But we are going to switch it
Oh
to the
my
Clemson
God.
and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech with the victory, 24-21 over Clemson. Clemson was the heavy favorite to win,
It's
being being
Debo, it's time to let it go, bruh.
yeah.
It's time, bruh. It's
They was the
time.
hey, shout out to Georgia Tech, man. I think they're 3-0 start, strong
Hey,
wins.
hey, son,
What's
son,
up?
son. Can I say this to you?
What's
Remember
up?
they had Clemson ranked number 4, and they had the team they play. I believe it was LSU number 9 at the time. I think the
I believe
first game of the season,
I believe
and I
so.
said they should be reversed.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I said they. I was spot on with that. And
Right.
and Clemson shouldn't even be ranked no more. I think Clemson is ranked 19 now.
No, I think they're not ranked anymore. If I'm not mistaken, they should be
Um,
unranked. They lost twice.
it, son,
Yeah,
go ahead and do what you're gonna do, because I'm gonna get in. Dabo is done, man. The voice is gone. I ain't saying he can't coach no more at
yeah,
all, and that's not what I'm saying. I think for Clemson, his words and his style is finished. They need a new voice, a new way of thinking, a new strength of a head coach. Not what he's given at this time. He can
yeah.
coach. I don't say he can't have another job. He need a change. The school need a change, and I think it'll work out for both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this ended with a walk-off field goal, a 55-yarder, to seal the deal for
It don't
Georgia
matter.
Tech.
It's Georgia Tech.
Yeah, it's
It's
Georgia
Georgia
Tech.
Tech. They should not even supposed to be in their class.
But no, I would say this in defense of Georgia Tech, they were highly ranked and then playoff potential team. I think last year, the year before, Georgia Tech has been able to surprise. They're 3-0. I would not be surprised if they use this momentum with these 3 wins. They already beat Colorado. I forgot who they beat last week. Now they just beat a highly ranked Clemson team. They can carry the momentum through the ACC to get to the ACC championship and carry them
Respect.
to the playoffs.
Respect.
You know, hey, respect.
I'm not hating. I'm
Respect, you
not
know what I mean?
hating.
But at the end of the day, Clemson's issue has been the issue since the beginning of the season. Dabo Sweeney cannot get this team to have a fast start. They have such a slow start. That offense cannot get going. All the promises made by, was it Klubnik or their quarterback? He's the next coming or whatever. No, he's not. That offense is mediocre at best. These quarterbacks, both him and Arch, are mediocre at best. And that's what you're getting from this offense. This offense is not producing like they're supposed to, and you letting teams like Georgia Tech and other teams hang in there with you to beat you. They're not the same team that Dabble used to have when he had Terrence. We have Trevor Lawrence. When you had Watson, when you had all the other players from back in the day, we had all that talent. This ain't the same Clemson team. NIL has changed the game. Dabo is no longer the voice of reason for this school, and he may need to consider just trying a different school, trying a different school,
Yes.
or just hang it up
Yes.
altogether because I think his time has came and gone for Clemson, and next year is supposed to be the year. The next year is supposed to be the year. When is it going to be the year for Clemson? It's a done deal.
And and son, to jump on that, as I always said, I said it last year when they somehow made it to the playoffs. I said they're not no longer riding with the man. The man is a good man, probably whatever. I don't know him personally, and I'm not having no ill will towards him. That's why I said he could coach, but he could have to coach somewhere else. His words, his style, his everything is not for his team no more. They not playing for him the way they get geared up. They tell him they going out there to fight for him. Then somehow they lay an egg. No matter how close, this is a good battle. This is a good battle. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you still didn't get that victory.
Right.
And even with the victory, yes, it helps, but you still got problems eternally. And you acting like it's just little things we gotta fix. No, it's deeper than that. You got the Charlie Brown teacher voice coming to them players' ears. Womp 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 womp. They not
Right.
listening to you. They looking at the playbook and they just going off the hand signals you give for plays, whoever calls them out. Other than that, they don't hear you no more. They don't like your archaic ways. You stuck in the past. You don't want to change with what's going on. You didn't want to change with the NIL. You didn't want to change to help the players that's putting their life on the line for you. Now that you forced into it, you still think nobody should get what they're giving. As long as you can hand it under the table, now it's legal to give them money. You think that's wrong. It's just getting tired. The old way got to be new football.
Right.
Evolution.
Right.
Evolution. I said it last time. Get out the beeper world. We in a whole new technology world. Please let's go. And if it is be respectful, resign and let somebody else take over and move to another school. Man, you deserve that. The team deserved that. The college deserved that. So that's enough. Congratulations, Georgia Tech. You really putting in work. You battling. You coming out of nowhere. But I know y'all got some top players, and I would love to. Me and my son gonna check into what came to y'all school to change Georgia Tech around and make a difference the way y'all battling and making a noise in college football today.
Absolutely, absolutely. Man, such a great show. Such a great show. Um, man, it was a great show. We
Yeah, it
definitely
was a
covered a
great
lot.
show. Son, can I
What's up?
say something? This is where our sports people, hey, young men out there, older men out there, go to the doctor. As men, a lot of men don't like to go to the doctor. Get checked. Check your prostate, your PSA levels. Check anything. Check your sugar levels. Check everything. Check your health out. Go to the doctor and get checked. I want y'all to be safe. God saved us all so we could do the right thing. Doctors and nurses are there to help you. Go to your family doctor, do what you got to do. But please check, take your vitamins. You don't eat the same. You don't do the same things as you used to when you was young. Please do the right thing for your body. Help yourself be here because I know changing the way you do things help you live a longer life. You got to help God out. And if you don't help God out, you're gonna reap your sad situation, and you're only hurting your family when you don't take care of the little things that can help you be better in life and healthy in life. That's all I wanted to say. I felt the need to say it because I've been helped. I've been helped by the Lord. I just want to share that with all of y'all. Thank you. I'm sorry. Got nothing to do with football. Have everything to do with life. Thank you. God bless you all.
Yeah, absolutely. Not well said, Dad. And now we covered a lot today. Man, I know the game is already underway for tonight's for Monday night, but
I'll give you the score.
yeah. But other than that, we a lot happened over this past weekend between the fight, NFL, and the college football. So many sports we had to cover, man. I'm loving this time of year. It's been really really great. But also
Hey,
too,
hey,
what's
son,
up? What's the score?
Buccaneers 14, Titans is 10, 14, 14 minutes, 17 seconds in the fourth quarter. The Titans are second and 11, Tampa Bay 24.
Wow. Okay. All right. Cool. You said the Texans.
Yeah, the
Okay,
Texans.
the
Sorry,
Texans.
sorry.
Okay, 14-10. Okay, Texans. All right, so yeah. All right, well, hopefully I got Baker Mayfield in my fantasy league, so starting for me. So hopefully, go ahead, Baker, do your thing tonight. But other than
Yeah.
that,
Great pick. I'm the quarterback for the Texas fan, but I like Baker Mayfield. I like his bravado, his
yeah.
moxie. I like it all. So I hope they win as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, y'all, please make sure y'all subscribe, like our channel, provide some comments, give us some feedback on what we could do better to make the show continue to get better. Definitely appreciate all the love and support you guys are tuning in. People are hitting us up saying, hey man, y'all keep the show going. We loving the vibes. We're gonna keep on doing this, right? I definitely have some great opportunities this season. I just got word today that I will be able to attend the Eagles and Giants game at MetLife on October 9th, Thursday Night Football in the suite. I'm looking forward to
VIP.
the VIP. I'm looking forward to that. I also will be at the Monday night game, Falcons and the Bears. I mean, sorry, Falcons and Buffalo Bills in Atlanta as well. I'll be able to attend that game. So a couple of games this year, but definitely me and Dad. Hopefully, my brothers, are going to be able to do something like this similar, if not this season, next season. But as always, tune in. Appreciate you guys. As always,
Peace.
peace.